Yo, welcome to Fresh Off the Boat podcast. It's your boy Toby and Kelly. Listen, if you're watching this episode on YouTube and everything, and you've not subscribed to the channel, do that. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Watch the videos. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Or tell an enemy to tell a friend, people.
Because they got friends too. You know what I mean? And also shout out to the audio gang as well. Everyone on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you are. Shout out to you. And also follow us on those DSPs as well. You know, if we've not told you, once again, subscribe to YouTube, share it, because it definitely helps with the algorithm and everything, man. You go, I'm saying. Listen, we have a special guest today.
Yeah, we have very special guest
a special guest today. Even special is an understatement.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I just could not find a better word and everything. I'm no good for English like that. You get me? So we are. You get what I'm saying? Listen, the man that we have today, he's a great artist. Yeah, he's a great songwriter, an activist, Grammy nominated. Yeah, everyone hear that, because obviously Afrobeats right now, they do, I'm shooting for Grammys, bro. This guy, has been Grammy nominated before it became cool to be Grammy nominated in our culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's Grammy nominated. He's been named one of Time Magazine's 100 influential people. This is back in 2019. You know what I'm saying? And the last but not the least, he is the son of the great Fela Kuti. Seun Kuti, welcome, sir. How's it going?
Welcome.
Well, I was going to add for you guys, tell your enemies to also tell their enemies.
There you go.
It's just a podcast.
Not only their friends.
Not only their friends, including their enemies, fam. You know what I mean? Anybody where you know.
Life is not that hard.
That's it, brother. That is it. Bro, when you talk about that, do you think, obviously, you know, everybody throw around enemies, friends, and all those kind of things, right? Do you think that you have people that you legit think, you know what, these are my enemies?
Definitely. All African politicians fall into this category quite easily.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think I have enemies among the people, really. I don't even think African people are powerful enough to be anybody's enemy. But our politicians let me not say politicians, let me say our elites, both business and political elites, are the enemies of their people. So I'll be not only ignorant, but a bastard child of Africa. If somebody is an enemy of Africa now,
wow,
the person is my enemy too. You know, the elite of Africa, social violence on the people, intellectual violence on the people. You know, I mean, but we distract ourselves over the petty things and all these enemies that we see. Imagined enemies. We imagine enemies around us and forget the real enemies, you know, that are right in front of us, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or maybe some people are just too cowardly to make them their enemies.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But those are my enemies for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have enemies.
You know, because you just said and all that, right? And I will admit, not a lot of people have the balls to call out the politicians, especially from where we come from, innit? Not a lot of people have.
I think.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's the balls really. I think they just don't see the need to. They don't see it as beneficial. We've not been raised to see how would I put it? To see ourselves as a reflection of our nation, of our continent. You know, we have a very individualistic reflection of who we are. You know, who we are. And also, there's this very dangerous definition of us that is tied to what we can consume. You know, so we are also what we consume in terms of, you know, African people cannot be themselves without, you know, everybody wants to know if you can buy the latest stuff, what kind of car you drive, we all have to put that status symbol, you know, our consuming power it has to be in front of, we have to advertise it, because that also, in some way, we've been taught adds to our humanity as African people. Without those validations, you can't really step out as a human, So, yeah. So, personally, I think to find value in that which is innate, to find value in that which is attainable by everyone. When you say special guest, I'm going to say, don't call me, I don't like being called special.
Why
because in
Why
Africa, it's because only African people have to be special to be special.
True.
Yeah.
True.
If you're not jumping higher than every other black man, we're in this constant state, the mindset of constant competition. Yeah, easy, you're right. Black excellence, this black excellence nonsense that we all put on our head, everybody's in competition. First black man to do this, first black man to do that, first Nigerian to do this, first Nigerian to do that, So it creates, this mindset where we don't see that, we think our development and our liberation and our humanity itself is based on competition rather than cooperation, and it's how we have been programmed. It's not a fault of the people at all. That's why I say our elites are our enemies, because this is how we've been educated, generally as African people. Our educational system is so brutal to the psyche, of the people here, and in our relationship with one another, our education actually helps us to build distrust, and not create harmony. Even you and your best friend cannot work together in a test. You have to cover yourself. You want to come first, so you come second. All those kind of things. So we're not Europeans. If Europeans design the education like that, maybe it suits them, but our society needs more of the cooperation of people working together than the competition of people working against each other. So is value, to find value, this is what has been removed from what is Africa. That's why our politicians themselves will not talk to you without saying the word investment. Even though they know what we need is development, they talk about investment a lot. What can you bring to the table? An investment means put a little in and take a lot out.
Yep. That's basically what it is. A business, isn't it?
If I put $1 million in something and I make $1 million, that's bad investment.
Absolutely.
My YouTube page is the best investment I've made in my life. I put video, I put 99 cents a month on that beat.
And it's when you say results.
You get
it, bro.
And you're getting to the bag.
Our politicians they want to treat Nigeria like YouTube. We cannot relate with our country like YouTube. Development is not investment. Development is to do because it needs to be done, regardless of cost, regardless of sacrifice, whatever it takes. But we as African people, and this is the point I'm coming to. I know it took me a long way, but I have to make you understand.
Bro, take your time.
I think they've employed some special people to just take my words out of context and run with it all over I think there are some people doing that job now. They are full time. Listen to Shehu and take him out of context. Spread it quickly before he can defend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
The value I mean here, anyways, what I'm saying is we are not made to feel like Africa deserves anything, like Africans deserve anything, like Africans are worthy of anything, like Africans deserve anything. So nothing is done for the sake that Africans need it, because this thing is needed by Africans. It must be done. No, but be somebody that can profit from it. It must be an investment from somebody to live in our country, waiting for somebody to think that our education is what is investment. We are waiting till they believe that our healthcare is what their investment. Whereas our resources are being used for the personal benefit of others who believe in the competition mantra, thereby attaining personal value and claiming to Nigerians that this is their personal value that they are amassing for themselves and their family is some way a win for the country. You understand? Yeah. So it is the value. So many people believe in that value. I don't tell, that's why I say to people a lot, like, you can say you like Fela all day and talk about how you are the new Fela. Me, I don't like that personally because it dehumanizes my dad. You forget he's a human being. But when you say you're the new Fela, it just means like you're my new dad. And I know for a fact you're not sending me money. Your granddaughter's school fees is there. You are not paying. What kind of... I knew if my dad is alive again, I would be like, something has to be coming from my dad. Nothing is coming. They're just saying, So when people make money, they want to relate. They don't... Fela was a socialist with his wealth. I said to people, if my dad had kept his money the way most people did, when he died, I would inherit billions. But Fela socialized his wealth. We were living with like 300 people in Calcutta and Shrine, and he paid everybody daily allowance.
Shit.
At that time, it was 10 naira per person in the house, which was a lot of money.
Yeah. A lot of money then.
And there was weekly salary of 250, between 250 and 500, depending on what you did in the organization. Naira, which was 2,000 naira a month, which was also a lot of money there. And there were 80% of these people in the house did nothing. They did nothing. They just sat down and
everybody does the job.
So I understood that value system, and I also understood the value system of an Obasanjo who would go around with mopo in his big house, plugging people, clearing the road for him, doing big man everywhere, buying expensive things, and all of you live more like that than you do the man you say you will. So it's a value thing. And I think that the more African people understand that we are valuable, we don't understand our value. That's the problem. We believe that Balenciaga has value, that without Gucci, we don't. When we understand truly the innate power of what it means to be an African, that is even in front of you, the way you age. I'm 40, I can pass for 25. I want to go. How many 40-year-old Nigerians are still playing football in Europe?
Loads.
And claiming 26, 27.
Yes, now. Football age.
Go there. Men are balling.
Football age, man.
Our gift, our power and our gift is so immense. And we for some reason, because of how we see the world, or rather, of how the world sees us, yes, how the world has chosen to see us. And for some reason, we believe to see ourselves that way too. Yeah. So we ignore our power. We think our power is not power. Yeah. So that's what fucks up the value. So I don't think people are scared to speak out. I think it's a values issue.
So I'm gonna ask you this, right? You came to this enlightenment, right? Why do you think that the people at the top of the food chain, the politicians, right, they are not seeing what you're seeing? Or do you think they are seeing it, but then they are being used?
Now, this is one of the mistakes we make as Nigerians. We think our politicians don't know the right thing. For example, I see some people talking about, I always give this, I'm happy about the president of Nigeria today. Rewind yourself to 40 years ago in this same Nigeria. Go and read his publication, his articles, his interviews, even when he was senator, during June 12th, even as a Nadeco revolutionary. They know what needs to be done. But for some reason, certain values, as I said, are no longer in alignment with the people. Yeah. That's just the issue. We have a group of people who are not in alignment with their people. That's a disadvantage for African people. We are the only group where our elites, both business and political, are not in complete alignment with their people. Now, in Europe and America, I'm not saying it's a kumbaya between them and their elites.
No, of course not.
But there's an alignment. There's an alignment in, okay, we know that the country needs to move. We can do our nonsense, but
the country first. Yeah, the country first.
It shows in the wages that they pay them, in the quality of education that they provide for them, the quality of healthcare that they provide for them. I can put this thing, but do not.
That's all right. Yeah.
But this is when they now call.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, bro.
I just put on my do not disturb real quick before because they are witches. These people have to understand.
They don't want the people to hear this. They don't want the people to hear this.
I don't believe in witches, but I know say winch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
There's no such thing as witch or wizard. But winch.
Winch day.
Definitely. But to round off on, just to stay on this topic about the whole African and stuff. Like, I was going to ask you, because I do watch your show. I see you shout out Eze there. Shout out Eze. I watch your Big Bed, your live on Instagram. Like, I watch almost every live on Instagram, right? And I'm a fan. So keep doing what you're doing, please. Like, coming from me to you, please keep up the good work.
But
I was gonna say, I touch on this Pan-Africanism, right? In your opinion, who is a Pan? Because we get this school of thought where when you say Pan-African, you're just for African against everyone else. Like everyone else is your enemy.
This is also part of, as I said, we are our elite, as I said, our disadvantage that we have a business and political elite that are against their people. You know, so our education detaches us. I mean, if I take this t-shirt and I cover his name, if I cover his name here, and I take this t-shirt on the streets of Lagos and I ask 100 people who this is,
they wouldn't know.
They look me like say,
yeah.
But it is a travesty that all Africans don't know who Patrice Lumumba is.
Yep.
A friend of mine sent me, Nigerian children are genius. They now send me one math quiz, a big quiz show, one girl. Before they ask the question, say the girl to answer. Before they ask the question, say, this is banking system. That's why she can answer the question like that, because she's just regurgitating what has been stored in her
inside
brain.
that. Yep.
It's good. Show that genius child now a picture of Nkrumah, she'll become a fool immediately. Because she'll be looking at the thing like this. That means she doesn't know the first person to liberate her ancestors from colonialism and slavery. So what do you now know?
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Our educational system has detached us from what it is that we are. The people that are worthy of the most immense sacrifice. If African people engage in their reality, Dr. Amos Wilson said, for us to function the way we do as African people all over the world, we must agree to live out of our minds. We must agree to be out of our minds. Because he said the day African people decide to just go into their minds like this, the whole world will start to burn. So we must agree at some point with these people that, you know what, everybody's just the craze, no problem.
Yeah.
It's a cruise.
The word Pan-Africa, even it was started by a man called William Sylvester. It was held in Buckingham Palace. The Pan-Africanism of what started in 1901 is not the Pan-Africanism that we speak of today. No. Because even though we stand on the shoulders of those people, the concept as I said, we are children of sacrifice. The concept has really, really evolved over time because so many people have dedicated their time to it. For everything that we have achieved in this system of capitalism and imperialism as African people paid the blood price. We were never invited to the table for anything. So when young African people today, I'm self-made, I bet nothing concern me, it's cowardice. It's not understanding also, For us to even be able to do this, to be journalists, to interview me, Mr. Artist, they answer you, people die.
People don't do it before.
People die. To go school, people died. To do anything as an African, people looked at you before you were born.
That's
and
a
said,
fact.
no, I would die so that this person, when they never even born,
can enjoy this.
Nigerians that go to America and thump their nose at African Americans. Without these African Americans, even before knowing that there was a place called Nigeria, before they knew you existed, they had died in their tens of thousands to make you step your foot in America in the first place and go and apply for a job.
That's a fact.
In this America that you think they like you. You understand? Pan-Africanism means Africa first. Is in the word pan. People come on my page. In fact, I posted on my page, me and Vector were shooting a video, so I posted in a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
So people say, she be Pan-African, what are you doing in the jacuzzi? First of all, I see African people, they used to bath. It has to go and bath in river. The first bath houses were in Africa. And it's a shame that many African people don't know that we taught Europeans that they had to bath every day. Queen Elizabeth's mother. Our grandmother, the real Elizabeth. Elizabeth
is first. Yeah.
She said, start bathing once a month. as an example to our people to become tidy and clean.
Yeah.
When we were doing it,
you don't understand what.
Yeah. But we've been doing it for time. We've been doing it for time.
Hot tub. So it's a shame that African children don't even know that it is their ancestors that started that idea of spa. Make person clean. Make you go hot springs. Make they scrub you. Make they say bubble water. Make young girls, they press all your...
You understand?
It was started by us. Yeah.
We did one for River back in the day, bro.
From there, River said we had all these what is this? Bath houses. That's what they used to call them.
Yeah.
And we went to teach them in Greece. I said, now they bath. I'm not using that as spite. Read the history.
Yes, no, sure.
We thought that like, oh my nigga, to bath.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Upon arriving in South America, 90% of the natives were wiped out in 10 years by Columbus, and it was by warfare. Germs and diseases. They never seen that kind of dirty before.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Eradicated them in their million.
That's a fact.
They were 30 million, and in 10 years, they will drop to 3 million natives.
By
the time they contact the Europeans, but we have our blood strong, Just.
Yeah.
So, if people don't understand that what it means, Pan-Africanism means you put Africa first. It is not an extremist ideology. It's not something that says lock yourself out of the world.
No.
In fact, Africans, we have every right to everything in this world. We contribute
so
directly
much.
or indirectly.
So much, yeah.
Some people said they asked me, why are you using phone, Mr. Pan-Africanist? I said, go and ask Elon Musk and Apple why they say they need quota. Why can't they make the phone with the resources in America? Why must they come to Africa for our resources to make the phone? Maybe that's how ancestors want it. You bring the idea, we bring the resources. You can't give me resources, I have to be doing the work.
Check it now.
You said add something. Put the effort, take resources. It's all of us that get time.
It's all of us get time.
All of us get time.
That's a fact.
They don't take and make it less. I tell them in Europe and America all the time, African people, we are not migrating to anywhere. We are following our resources. We stay in our country. We know we have resources. We see it going. We don't see anything coming
back.
So we follow it.
And we have the instinct. So where they go? Let's see.
Let's go there too. You know what I'm saying?
The day Europeans stop taking African resources, Africans will stop coming to Europe and America. I told them, the day people say we don't want African resources again, you will start migration to your country will decrease immensely.
Yeah, it would.
That's a
fact.
It's
a spiritual thing. If you are carrying, they say it's fossil fuel, dead ancestors that have been in the ground for ages that have turned to crude, this fossil. They don't turn to these spirits go so unnaturally into the ground, suck it out. I don't know the fascination of Europeans and dead things. We will go and take our dead things too and display them inside the picture. I don't understand that thing. Why they like to display dead things. That thing is anyway, that's a story for another day. Me too, when we are powerful in Africa, I'll go and exhume George Washington.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
The way they display all our things in their museum. We'll come and display George Washington. Let them see how it feels. Does this make sense to you?
No, it doesn't.
Humanization, of people, like. Anyway, it is our own understanding that African people, especially young African people, we must not believe in this their own, how will I put it?
Their own narrative.
Their own narrative of what we are, or who we are. So that's what Pan-Africanism gives us the ability to do. To live in our minds. To see the greatness that we are. To see that people have given so much for we to be here today. And not because they want us to now stay here and be using the opportunity to look down at the millions of our brothers that have not made it. You know, we climb the ladder that ancestors have built with their blood and bones. First, we don't even acknowledge the ancestors. The whole of Lagos, there's no Nkrumah Street, no Lumumba Street. Everywhere I'm not going anywhere in Nigeria that I saw. Maybe in Abuja, there's one Mandela. I saw Mandela and Nkrumah one day in Abuja. You know, but it should be all over every state you have. You know?
Yeah.
So we are left in this situation. We don't even honor those people that have given us the little that we have. We think that after we have climbed their blood and their bone ladder, we get to the top of the wall, we kick the ladder over, and we start talking down to our brothers and sisters, not understanding that, yes, they put us there so we can see what's happening on the other side.
Yep.
And we let that do all more, build ropes, break the wall. Our duty is to find a way to break the wall.
That's it.
It's not to go and find a seat on the table that is built on the blood and bones of our ancestors and our people till today, but to demolish and scatter their table.
Yep. That's
rush into the room, not be say one person enter, pack multitude, scatter the whole everything they happen there. What is happening on this table? What are you sharing?
We want some.
We want some of that.
We want some of it. You go, I'm saying, we want some of it. But you know what? Yeah, the thing is, okay. You know what? Yeah.
I feel,
okay, go on.
If you take that stance, though, this is the catch-22. If you take that stance, then you're not going to. You might not have private jets and be shining all the time.
No, it's gonna take time.
I've always said it doesn't mean you will have a bad life, neither.
Nah.
It's people that also believe in competition that need to have the best in everything. You know, you can be okay, because I don't know what those extra things help you do, other than to say, okay, I have something that this person doesn't have, or there's no real value in it. Really. Other than this same competition mindset that we have instead of cooperation.
Yeah. Now, do you know what? Yeah.
That for me is what Pan-Africanism is for us understanding that we are children of sacrifice.
Nice. Salute for that. Do you know the thing? Yeah, I have a bit of a theory, right? I have a bit of a theory because I think we were having this conversation, was it last week or so? Yeah, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, right? I think part of the problem why most Nigerians are not patriotic, we don't think Nigerian first, right? Is one, the whole tribalism thing. You know, everybody, first of all, will think about where they are from, what state. And then when you go from state, you now think about what village, what local government and everything, right? And then you now go with religion. Religion is like the big thing, you know? In other places, in other successful places and everything, yeah, you can see that religion and state are not on the same bed. It's always state above whatever religion you're part of. But for some weird reason in Nigeria, always religion. Do you believe in that or not? Do you think that that's part of the problem that we have?
This thing that, you know, I like politics because it is a social science. And with social science, one of the good things about social science is that you can tell what is real or what is fake if you just concentrate on the issue. Don't be distracted by the noise. Just look at the reality of society. The truth is just there.
Yeah.
That's why billions, billions is spent to distract people from pausing and looking at that picture, right? So the religious concept is a construct. This is a social fact, you know? Religion is a construct. And when people say in the countries that work, religion doesn't play a major factor, you know, it's also because we believe the lies of CNN and BBC. Even though the fact in our face shows us that in England, there's the England Defense League.
Yep.
They don't Islamize my country. Germany, fascists on the street, far-right politicians shouting, we don't want immigrants, don't bring Islam to our country. When you look at the Netherlands, they just voted in extremist, far-right, anti-Islamophobe.
Yeah.
So, religion plays a big role in the politics of these places too. But the issue with those countries is that they are hegemonous. So England is Christian. There's no one side of England that has Muslims. You understand?
Yep.
And where this thing is crazy is that if you not even go back a bit in history, you find that even within that Christianity, within that one Islam, there are splits and divisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are constructs that exist that the elites that are against the people play off on. And I'll give you an example, and I'll use tribe. You call tribal. You said we have tribalists, which is also a construct. This tribalism thing is because it is fed. It is the part of us that the elites want us to believe is true. That is fed and given prominence, without it having any real evidence in our relationship to one another in society. So I might say these things, but I want to put it to you that it is because it is repeated often and given prominence and vitality by the way the elites behave.
Yeah.
If you look at companies in Nigeria, let's look at a bank, a big bank like Zenith or GT Bank or Dangote's companies. They have branches all over this country, and they have people from all over Nigeria working for them. Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. If you not even add Dangote, that one even has foreigners, Chinese, Indians, everybody they there.
Yep.
Working. And these companies are churning out massive record-breaking profits every year. The fact that different Nigerians from different tribes work in those companies have not crippled the company. Their own personal business is not a bank upper management. We are sending memos every day to say, please watch the Hausa people. They don't do their work well in this company. All the Hausa people don't do their work well. All the Hausa people don't do it every week. What do you think will happen in that company? If you go to Zenith Bank and they say all the Igbo people are not working well, watch the Igbo people in this company. So it is because in our society, this is fueled. To fuel the same competition I tell you about. They might tell us to compete all day in society, but I know when you enter their companies, their own personal business, they seek cooperation. Immediately, you enter their company, don't tell you to start competing with yourself to be the best worker. Be the best worker for me. Compete with your co-worker. Don't do that. You and your team share ideas, work together. Let's know, give and take. Because they know.
Yeah.
They know the truth.
That's a fact.
But they don't want that to be for society, because then it empowers them. Where is their power?
That's true. That's true.
Humanity, if we the people, we the working class and poor people learn to cooperate with each other and work together for the benefit of our society, what is their power? What's their power? You know, so it is very important for them to create this construct that also push us and alienate us from power.
That's a fact.
You know.
That's a fact.
So we think power is accumulating all these things and serving them until they appoint you in one place or put you as one governor or put you as one president or something. So we chase this, you know, I don't know what kind of power to call it. You know, power that cannot develop country. Power that cannot fix one single problem in your country since 1960. I don't know the power. I don't know what to call this power, because the power that people say they have. I am really fascinated by it. I know you can beat people up with it. You can change them. That's all right. You can destroy things. You can burn houses. You can hit people. You can burn market. You can bulldoze anything. Destruction like this. This power is there. You can keep protester. You can do anything. But in terms of solving problems,
you can't.
Educational problem, you can't do it.
You cannot.
Light, can't do it. Road, can't do it. Healthcare, can't do it. Social welfare, can't do it. Youth development, what can this power do?
What is the use of this power? Nothing.
So when you say people are afraid, so that's why I ask, what is the fear? Because if you say you want to destroy, I know you cannot destroy everything. And you cannot kill everybody. You know?
That's crazy.
People want to enjoy life.
That is what it is. That is what it is. That is what it is. But then, now this is the thing, yeah. obviously we saw NSARS happen. You know, I'm not gonna lie, us that were here, we had a bit of hope. We were like, oh shit, like, you know, I think the youth are rising up and everything, boom, boom, boom. But then, obviously, over time, the thing just died out, right? Do you think that the youth of our country are beginning to wake up and begin to see things? And do you think that there's going to be any change?
Okay, so what happened in NSAS is a very good example of the lack of cooperation in society between we, the people that I was talking about. So NSAS, you know, the setup in Lekki, all the internet planning, you know, was really fueled with online. You know, we use a lot of social media planning here. But the majority of Nigerians are not on social media.
Yep.
They can't even afford data. So it was very elitist in this planning. So the issue that we can afford data, we thought we were the only ones that were angry in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We did not find out from those of us that did not have data to know that they are even more angry than us. So what happened was the break. There was no
bridge,
synergy between the so-called middle class professional of Nigeria and the poor people of Nigeria. Yep. The professionals did not see it necessary to build a bridge to those people and bring them along. In fact, when the poor people started attending some of these protests, they were being excluded in a way. Oh, please don't. You know, there was all of that going on.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that was what happened. Because at the end of the day, nobody can tell anybody how to be angry. After the whole Lekki thing, and people keep saying Lekki, that's why I tell you it's so elitist. People were not only shot in Lekki, people were shot all over Nigeria.
That's a fact.
Yep. Yeah.
As in that thing still kills my brain. Everybody that talks about that day keep saying Lekki, they keep saying Lekki.
Yep.
Stop saying that shit. They killed people all over this country. Ojodu, they killed 6. Orile, they killed 2. That was the first position to burn down. And that was one narrative that was not being spoken of. That it was after the police killed people in that area that people mobilized. And what did the professionals do? While the people were now carrying their fight, they went on TV and were calling them hooligans.
Yep.
And hoodlums.
They did that.
Say because they were burning private property. Okay, so I asked the question. What is one African life worth? How many buildings is one African life worth? 1 building? 2 buildings? Because I know for a fact that 3,000 American lives worth 2 Islamic countries. The whole country
hell yeah.
went down. 3,000 American lives worth 2 countries in the Middle East.
That's it.
America has shown Iraq and Afghanistan, they took them back to the Stone Age.
Straight up.
So, what is one African life worth?
To these people, nothing.
Exactly. You know, so that's why anytime we're discussing about life, I said, we don't see innate value. We've not been educated to believe that Africans are worthy of anything just because we are. We don't need to know how to do anything. Just because you are alive as a human being, you are worthy. That is taken away from us, our dignity. That's the dignity of being a human being. That's why no poor person in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa lives a dignified life. We make sure that they exist in that undignified state so we can, be better than them. That's our goal.
Yep.
And if we don't have such people, how can we know that we are successful? if you don't have such people, how can you know you are successful?
Yeah, bro.
You know?
That's crazy.
So
no, but yeah, go on. Yeah, go on, please. Go on.
The lack of that understanding of the innate value of an African life made us start asking the wrong questions.
Yep.
Then the people that called the protest now said that the government should create a panel to investigate itself.
Like that.
Well, then the The panel now indicted the government. The government rejected the panel report.
Yeah. That's basically like saying, I stole something, yeah, so I'm going to go and investigate myself. You know what I mean? And find myself guilty.
But when we were saying that time that this independent panel is a farce, what the people need to do was call a people's congress and decide what we want to do to the people that Bawa said. They say Seun doesn't know law. They wanted to listen to people that know law.
No law.
Abi? So we look at them, me where I come from family where they burn our house. 1,000 soldiers burn our house. We say go government panel. They tell us say 1,000 soldiers leave barrack. They are unknown soldiers. They don't know why.
Unknown soldier. Yeah.
Me, I'm going to tell you, say, don't go to any panel. You're not supposed to hear, say, you're not supposed to go to the panel.
Yes, because you don't leave one before. Yeah.
All of them are the same. All of them are the same.
Enjoy your panel. When the panel beat you finish. Panel beat you finish there, you get sense.
Here we are.
Good to
also,
speak on.
Another failure of that was that Nigerian people were not willing. We were not willing to politicize ourselves.
Yeah.
What we want is some kind of spontaneous, anarchical fix to our nation. And that's the worst possible scenario. In a way, I'm happy that NSA showed the government what is capable, show this elite what the people are capable of. All of them run in less than 24 hours. All the so-called big men of Nigeria. Now I understand these people, they don't even get level. In less than 24 hours, everybody based. Now, mission. No big man remain for Nigeria.
All of them, yeah.
See, on my father, everybody based. Everybody.
Yeah.
Base.
Bro, like,
and those people don't even base. They don't even base go any of their own personal party. They base go their own friend house, go hide for friend's friend house. Maybe they don't know where they did.
Undercover basing, bro.
They had already started fugitive life.
Yeah. I believe, right? If our youth, right, or our citizens,
what
they say,
of political awareness is a problem. We don't want to really participate in politics, to come together and organize ourselves, create something that captures the hopes and aspirations of our people. Because Nigerians are not stupid. I have great hope for them in this country. Over 93 million registered voters in this country.
Yeah.
Meaning the people of this country are ready to fight.
Yep, that's true.
We, the professionals, are the ones letting them down. They can't afford it. They can't afford to create the party. They can't afford to fund it. We know our people are living on less than $1 a day. How dare you go and ask that man again? How will he even feed his children? You can't ask him for financial support. All you can ask him is his effort.
That's true.
His support for the movement. And he will support because it is his movement. You built it with him. You built it together for the progress of yourself. But I don't know whether we feel too big. Everybody, maybe we are too educated to talk to them. Maybe they are too local for us. I don't know. I don't know what how I put it. What our reasoning, this reasoning that we have is. Some people on the island, one that will tell you, how are you? That will tell you, I don't go to the mainland. I don't do the bridge. Like this our alienation alienation of self, away from self, alienation of self, away from yourself.
Yes,
it's classism. Kind of flex.
It's classism.
Every big man has a whole retinue of security guards, even celebrities, who are funded by love of the people, who carry security to alienate themselves from the same people.
Yeah, true.
If your fan tries to near you now, if you hear your music for like 2 days, But don't worry, the way they don't pee him, he has no other choice. There's nothing for him to enjoy but to listen to your music again. So don't worry, you can flog him all week. You know?
That's a fact. That's a fact. You get me?
So, it is we, the professionals of Africa, the so-called educated, we are the ones dropping the ball. 93 million of Nigerians have voters cards. Only 20 million people come out and vote. That's the highest voting we've had recently. 20 million people in total. 668. That's the last election. That's 20 million. That means 73 million Nigerians know that these people represent their interest.
Yep.
So we are not stupid. The people are not stupid. The moment the Nigerian professionals who have been the vehicle by which these oppressors have meted out all sorts of atrocity on Nigerian people decide now to align themselves with their people. You know, I think that's going to be the beginning of not only a change in Nigeria, but in the whole of Africa. Yeah. Any African country that can begin this process, really, you know, where the professionals begin to align themselves with their people, see their national interest greater than their own personal interest, seek cooperation with rather than competition against, I think we'll begin to take those steps.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to be the ones to do it. We'll be the ones to educate our kids on these things because they will not teach them in our curriculum. It's not built for that. They will never hear these things in their schools.
No, they won't.
And we must begin to put this spirit in them from in the house by ourselves, with where we relate with ourselves, with them, with their mothers, with our friends. Our task is not easy because nothing great comes easy. And what has been done to us is not easy.
That's not.
There's no simple solution. Without the participation of African talent, there will never be African development.
Yep.
The talented people of Africa in all fields must have a shift of consciousness. You know, the talent is no longer about self-aggrandizement. The talent is about national development.
True.
We want to keep it. And let's see in 10 years what we gain.
What's going to happen? Yeah.
If Dubai can do that in 25 years.
We definitely do that, yeah.
What did they do? 7 brothers. They just sit down. We don't chop life tire. How many Rolls Royce? How many wives? How many base? Niggas. Let's do a project. And all the elite in the UAE say, okay, man, okay, Dubai will be this one will be this one. And they just move together. That's one thing this cannot do.
Yep, that's a fact.
Because what they want, they don't want to make it themselves. So let us that are willing to do that relieve them of this body. Relieve them of it. You know?
That's it, brother. Nah. Thank you so much for your wisdom and your knowledge and everything, bro. You know, hopefully the people where the world this thing go understand, go wake up and see what's going on and everything, because a lot of things is happening. A lot of this is happening and everything. It's just that for people need to key in, you know, and buy into what's going on and all that, and say, you know what, this is our thing, and we need to make things happen here and everything, right?
Exactly. You know, we as African people, as I said, must rediscover our immense power. And that's what Pan-Africanism is.
Yeah.
That rediscovery, that unlearning and relearning, you know, that true self-development, taking those hard steps, removing from our mind this propaganda that they've used their media to sell to us as African people.
Absolutely.
That freedom is the right to do anything you like. As Amos Wilson said, only the African thinks freedom is the right to do anything you like. And everything he likes makes the European rich.
Yep.
We must understand that freedom actually, really, in its true definition, is the ability to make the hard choices.
That's a fact. The uncomfortable,
if you are going out, if your friends call you out every night and you go every night, you are not free. You are a slave to that lifestyle. You are not free. You are a slave to that lifestyle. If you must drink every time and you can't do that, Me, sometimes I just go without smoking just to be sure that Igbo has not put me in a cage, bro.
Just to check yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once we can't do without, then
there's an addiction there.
Slave to.
Yep.
Yeah. So addiction, addiction is alienation, which is imprisonment itself. Right?
Yeah.
So where are we? If we as African people cannot make tough choices, how can we say we are free?
That's true.
If we cannot make the hard decisions that we need to make for our freedom, for our development, how can we truly go around saying we are free because we do things that are easy? You talk to people anyhow, you drink anyhow, smoke anyhow, go out anyhow, fuck every day. And you say, that's not freedom, that's self-destruction.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's self-destruction. You have, in some stupid, ignorant way, you have convinced yourself in your mind that while killing yourself, you are free. Which is true. You are kind of free to kill yourself. In a way, maybe that's a tough decision you are making. You're like, I'm going to kill myself.
the ultimate decision.
You know, in some warped way, maybe, But I'm saying, I'm not in that negative. I don't want you to kill yourself. So we that we want to live, we must understand that our freedom is in making those hard choices.
That's a fact. Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, like, okay, now this is the thing, because when you were talking about all that, right? You raised one point that kind of stuck in my head, right? So we're just gonna go into that. When you said that you don't like people comparing themselves or comparing other people to your dad, because when you do that, that's basically they are basically saying that they be your papa. Which is not true. Which is not true because if you're my dad, you should be giving me some money.
You know?
You got me. So now the thing is, how do you feel? Because us from the outside, I never really looked at it that way. Because when people say, "Yo,"
it's not your dad now. It's not your dad. So you won't...
That is the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth, right? But how do you feel about the legacy of your dad, Fela, being commercialized now? Because now, because I mean, when he was around, I'm sure that a lot of people did not look at him the way people look at him right now. Like right now, he's damn near, he's up here, rightfully so. So do you look at it? Is it a bittersweet situation for you, or what? How do you look at the whole
I think
situation?
It is the way it is supposed to be in a way. The natural way of things in a capitalist, imperialist world is you can only protect something for so long, But what you must not do is lose the, how would I put it, the essence, the real truth of it. For example, Bob Marley is to Jamaicans what Fela is to Nigerians. Right?
That's a fact.
But you will never, since he died, I don't think you ever heard an artist call himself the new Bob Marley.
No.
So it is also an understanding, maybe that we lack here, an empathy,
Yeah. But then also,
do you think removed from our understanding amongst ourselves as Nigerian people, that I find in a lot of African communities, Nigeria, we are different. We are different. We are not like every other African community. We are kind of different as well.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, I think Fela being Nigerian has a lot to do with that. The Nigerian adults are cowards. The elders, let me not say adults, the elders of Nigeria are cowards. That's the way to put it.
Yeah.
They don't do what elders should do. They sat by and let the whole generation of their children be influenced by American hip-hop, where rappers taught us how to be men. While they were doing whatever it is they were doing in society, not paying attention to our development, allowing these foreign influences to come and tell us how to live life, refusing to give us the lessons that their own elders gave them.
Yeah.
That at least gave them some of the things that they had. That gave them Fela, that gave them the showing cars. Those two icons. Because today everybody's an icon. Everybody's an icon today. So,
everybody now good.
Everybody is a goat, everybody's an icon, everybody is a legend. My nigga, just please make it loud where you're a legend of some sort.
Yeah, so, that's crazy. So
that's the world we live in today.
Yeah.
So I think there's that difference there. But for me, my father's legacy is not mine. Nah. It's not mine in the sense that, nobody should do our no. Fela's gift is a gift, for the world. I mean, the music of it.
Man, it's crazy.
It's for the world. I mean, I cannot control what the world decides to interpret, embrace, celebrate the music. That was his gift to them. What I will not do is allow them to redefine him into what he wasn't.
Yeah.
And that is our responsibility.
That's true.
Keep his humanity, his personality, those things that were to him original, personal, but that as an artist, the world has to know and sharing and whatever, So that's my own take. People interpret that as being jealous of some artists, but that's mine,
I mean, at the end of the day, we look at him as Fela. You look at him like your dad.
I look at him as Fela. He doesn't let us call him dad. We have to call him Fela. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in that house? Because this is what I'm asking, right? Because obviously he's this entity, right? When you were growing up at that age, young boy and everything, running around the house and everything, did you really understand what was going on? Did you really understand who he was?
Well, nah. I wouldn't say I understood how famous my dad was or how relevant. And this is not because of I was a very intelligent young man. This was because of my dad that didn't carry himself the way a big man should carry himself. An important person carry himself. He used to sleep on the floor. Our house was kind of modest. Lots of people living with us, like we're in some barrack. The only thing that I just realized that my life was kind of softer than all my friends' life. Meaning I never had to do chores. I always had a lot of money in terms of pocket money. I had people doting over me. I knew I was some kind of special kid that people had to take care of.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was because my dad was famous or that he was a musician. Like maybe I started going to school, was in like maybe primary 3, 4. When you are growing up into your own, I'm like, oh, you're Fela's son. Why do people know my father? Why do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you start on say, okay, he's famous. And even at that, I'm telling you, I didn't understand the gravity of it. Even when he died, yes, but I had to become an adult, like really grown up.
To kind of understand what's going on.
What my father, the impact of my father, not only to Nigeria, but as a musician.
To the whole world.
I also had to develop as a musician.
Yeah.
It takes a level of musicianship to get to appreciate the musicianship of a master like my dad.
That's a fact.
The things he did with his music, as a musician, you're just in awe.
That's true.
No,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, as a normal human being, I'm still in awe.
Sorry, yesterday for you, the answer to question.
Shout out Yeah, no, I was going to say, as a fan of his music, he taught me. I'm not going to lie, the things I learned from Fela, I did not learn at school. Like the first time I heard, this is age 6 years old, I heard nepotism and all that. But in school, nobody was telling me about nepotism.
As you are even talking lyrics, music, you have seen the music of it, the composition of the music of it, the bass line, the guitars, how he pushes his chords, the harmonies, the way he harmonizes his horns on his chords, the musicianship of the man. As a musician, you can only just be like
can only
angry. Angry.
It's frustrating.
Pissed off.
It's frustrating.
You know, I always say to myself, if I got a genie, ever got a genie, the first wish is to just turn off the last song from my song. That the world just think that I wrote all these songs.
It's too much pressure. Too much pressure.
First wish is to steal all my father's shit.
Too much pressure.
Just like, give me that.
Yeah.
Give me all of that. You know, that would be the first wish.
Damn. You know? Do you feel the pressure? Because I'm sure, right? Okay, this is why I look at it. In basketball, if you have Michael Jordan, now his son is trying to play basketball. His son might be so good and great, but because of who his dad is, you will the son might feel a bit underappreciated, right?
Yeah, but the son is LeBron. I mean, you just have to be kind of harsh to be like not doing well. You know, if the son is Kai Ivy, you gotta be harsh to say he's not doing well.
Yeah.
My dad's goal for me, and I think all my siblings, had never been to become him. I don't think I go to what he wanted for us at all. You know, he wanted us to be ourselves. My dad, for example, not because of him I play music. He never told me one day you have to be a musician.
Oh wow.
He didn't lead me to music. He didn't put my hand on piano and make me press it. Never. I got interested because I watched him perform all the time. I went to shrine with him, you know, and I started opening shows for him when I was 8. Not because he said, "Oh, Seun, come and be playing as a kid." Man, I went to like, "Fela, I want to sing."
Right.
But like, Sabi sing.
Yeah.
I said, "Of course, I sing a song." So I sang "Sorrow, Tears, and Blood."
Right.
That was the song I sang for him as an audition.
Yeah.
You know, we were on tour in America that time. So that was how I started playing in the band. I was 8. You know, so I would sing a song of his. I used to open his shows. That was my job. You know, and then he paid me a salary also.
Are you serious?
Of course now. Me, I was balling as a kid already. I was living life when my dad was. When my dad died, I think I was affected human being on earth because a lot of my life plan and ambition just kind of like
went away.
You know, just my plan and ambition.
Slow down.
My 20-year plan, you know, that I dropped when I was 8, you know. You know, I had to just go back to the drawing board and, you know, the plan collapsed in year 6.
You have to rejuvenate the plan.
You rejuvenate the whole thing and everything. You got to reshuffle the whole thing.
You know? So I think, as a musician, personally speaking, I couldn't ask for a better career.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't say my dad didn't have anything to do with that. You know, even though he's not here, he inspires me a lot. Although I wish he was here and we could like share notes, you know, and work together in this thing that we love together so much.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
You know what, like
my eldest brother is the only one without advantage. But they didn't really do any song together, really. The experience he had with my dad was to perform with him. Me too, I did that. You know, but he had more because he was grown and he played sax together and did, chased girls together. You know, those things. You know, me, I didn't get to do that. I did that when I was 14, you know.
Yeah.
So I didn't enjoy that side of my dad, you know. That was my senior brother that I enjoyed, you know, that part of him as a member of the band as well.
Wait. We are not going to allow this go over our head. Wait, you just say your dad and your elder brother were chasing girls together?
No, I don't be like literally chasing girls together, but you know, my brother was at the age where he could have his babes, and my dad knew that he could have his babes, and my dad encouraged his babe.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
He had a car, he had a dope-ass car for the babe movement and everything.
That's He
was telling me, my brother was giving me the story of when he was young. I mean, it's a story to tell, so I'm not going to share it here. But my goodness, I was so jealous. But the funny thing is that he too was jealous of
your own situation.
Nothingness of a childhood. You know, because
man,
he says you would have preferred my own childhood where Fela was more available to me than his own where he was not as available to him.
There you go.
To each his own. Me, I prefer that his own.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, you know what? This is the thing, This is the thing that we all can agree on, bro. Your dad had motion, bro. Your dad had motion. Because I remember growing up, he was the first person. I remember having a conversation with my dad, and my dad was like, "Yo, Fela had I think how many chicks at the time? Was it like 24, something like 12 or 24, something like that?"
He married 20. He first married his first wife.
Yeah.
Who was Femi's mother.
Yeah.
And then he married 26 wives in a day.
On the same day.
He married 27 wives in a day.
That's a fact.
27. He had 27 because he had one before. Then he married 26.
26 on a day, Okay.
I remember having that conversation with my dad. Like, growing up, I said, yo, this guy got motion, fam. Like, how did he convince...
but you guys know that the thing about Fela's own is that he did it in a day. That's why it's kind of like sensational.
That shit was crazy.
There are men in Nigeria with more than 27 wives.
Yeah, but not in a day, though.
Fela, that was his own... That was gang.
That was gang.
That was gang. That's full disclosure was a human being, fam.
That's motion, fam. Oh yeah. All of you, line up. Let's do this. You get me?
No, I mean, it was also because, they had just burnt his house then. And as I said, even with me now, I believe they've paid a core group of internet warriors to make sure they take my words out of context and, whatever.
Yeah.
But my father too was under immense media
scrutiny.
Scrutiny,
he was.
Scrutiny.
Because they don't scrutinize, just propaganda. And most of it was directed to the women that were in his life.
Yeah, true.
It wasn't really about them. Then they were his singers, his dancers, his girls. They all lived together. They have always lived together. But the media started calling them prostitutes.
That's true. Yeah.
Loose women, things like that. So my dad, in order to preserve their honor and dignity, asked them if they would choose to be his brides. So
they would say, hell yeah.
Nobody call them names anymore.
Yeah. Bless. Bless.
And they all agreed, and that's how the marriage actually happened.
That's so good, man. So before we leave the conversation about your dad and everything, when are we ever gonna see a movie about your dad's life? Because I think because bro, it's long overdue. It's long overdue.
What I will tell you for a fact now, though, is that my love, I'm doing an interview. You can come down, though.
Say hi to her for us.
What is it?
Say hi to her for us. We salute.
She's gonna come down. You see her.
We did hear.
She maybe forgot. What was your question? I forgot.
No. Are we ever gonna see a movie about your dad's life?
Yeah. No, there's a few people trying to make it happen already.
Right. Hello.
You have to go now. 5 o'clock. But not now. It's not yet 5. See, I have like a couple of hours, maybe an hour. I'm doing a thing on Zoom. Yes. Why do I need to ask for that?
So you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, good.
I was going to say hello, Adara. We're sending love from the UK here, but
Adara, Go and tell your mom. Go and tell your mom that I need something I cannot say on air, and also that I'm hungry.
Yeah. So
about the movie.
We're ever gonna see a movie about your dad?
Yeah. I mean, they are. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, it's definitely something that is in the works. I mean, Fela is an enigma, and to tell his story is quite complicated. You know, that is, let me just put it that way. And to tell his story in a way that does not take away from what the man represents also.
Yep.
Because we would not, you know, we would not, it's not a business to us, it's our dad. That's not.
Yeah, of course. Of course, like the thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're gonna do it, as long as they do it well, they need to do it well.
There'll definitely be a movie pretty soon. I mean, a movie about my grandma is coming out. I think today is the premiere, but because I'm sick.
Oh, bless.
I'm not really at 100%, so I don't think I can go to the island today for anything.
Oh, bless. But you know what, bro? Thank you so much for coming on here and everything, because obviously you told us that, listen, I'm a bit under the weather and everything, you know. So we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, no,
well,
I didn't have to leave my house for this one, so
yeah, bro. And do you know what? Yeah, talking about the whole narrative about the women and everything. Yeah, because there's this whole thing about. Feel free if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But there's this whole thing that Burna Boy's mother, family member, granddad, or something like that, right, worked for your dad or something. Is that true?
His dad was my dad. His granddad was my dad's manager.
Okay.
Benson Idonije.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
His granddad was my dad's manager.
Right. So when Burna Boy, that was a time that, you know, he goes on stage, he does this and all that kind of stuff, right? Which everybody knew that that's what your dad does and all that, right? Going back to people saying, oh, you know, he is the best since Fela, you know, and all those kind of things. Did you take it a type of way, or did you see that as a compliment to your dad?
First of all, the Black Power salute, as I said, is because Nigerians hate Pan-Africanism. And Fela was a Pan-Africanist. That's why suddenly everybody says Fela is now get Black Power. You know,
yeah.
This is how we all should do things. This is how we all should appear.
That's a fact.
You know, if we're really for ourselves, you know.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I think Fela inspired a lot of people to embrace that part of themselves, including Burna Boy, and that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, cool. So like over the years and everything, yeah, in terms of your music, because let's dive into your and everything. The thing is, you know, you would not say, I don't know if you would say that you do, clearly you don't do Afrobeats. I don't think you do Afrobeats. But Afrobeats is the big thing right now. But you are quite very, very, very busy. You travel around the world, you're touring and everything, you know, whether people know it or not, you do that. You're quite busy and all that, right? But have you seen the evolution of your music, right, over the years?
Afrobeat is not really an evolution of Afrobeat in that sense of the word. You know, I think Afrobeat is just an evolution of, it's just African pop music. That, unlike all pop music, European pop music draws from European country, from classical, from the opera, from whatever sound, from their classical. Everything is drawn and is brought to this pop music sound, from rock, from everything. And I think the same thing with Afrobeat, that all the musical influences from Africa, including Afrobeat, high life, look, whatever it is brought into this music. But I think because Afrobeat was kind of popular, or the most popular form of African music.
True.
It was just like dancehall was first raga for a long time. Just because raga sounded like reggae. You know, and reggae is what people knew. You know, dancehall was raga for a long time. Maybe not as long as Afrobeat has been Afrobeats. You know, but at some point, you know, I think it's just what it is. I don't think the music is in the same category of artistry, and also in message, in what the music tends to want to project to the world. You know, because, and this is what I'm trying to say, so that people don't get me out of context. I'm not saying Afrobeat is not relevant. What they do is relevant. You know, it's people that believe that the Afrobeat should be Afrobeats should be political are the ones that have lost their mind. There's conscious music out there. If you really want conscious music, just like people that want Young Thug to be a conscious artist, are you mad?
They are wasting their time.
There are conscious hip hop artists out there. You don't want to support them because they will not validate that lifestyle that you like.
Yeah. So you
want this artist that validates your lifestyle, but it doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way.
I also don't believe that Afrobeat artists have a responsibility towards anything. Because that's not what it is.
That's not what it is.
If the consumer is looking for conscious music, go to the conscious lane.
That's true. That's true.
There are certain sacrifices that you have to make as well.
So
artists will not validate most of those things that maybe you wanted to live vicariously to them.
Yeah.
But after that,
so
I don't think.
So does that mean that you did not agree to the fact, because there was a time, obviously, doing the whole politics and all that, where people like Burna Boy and people like Wizkid and everything, they were getting a lot of backlash because people felt that they were not speaking out during the political era and everything. So you don't agree with the masses holding artists accountable to the whole political movement type thing?
No, then fuck you for choosing the wrong hero. Then.
Yep. That's your fault. That's your fault.
This is why they are driving our artists crazy. They are putting too much pressure on these boys. These boys are lashing out institutions where they don't have to, because people are being wicked to them. And just because they are successful, it's very difficult to find pity for successful people.
Yeah.
So I think it creates a lot of, how would I put it, tension in their lives, where people want to make mistakes and then blame these boys for the mistake that they made. They didn't come to your house to knock on your door to buy their music or engage with them. They gave you what they had and you embraced it.
That's true.
They have not tried to change you. You came to meet them where they are. So why are you trying to change them? Nobody has the right to do that.
That's a fact.
If you want conscious music, if you want artists to talk about change, then support the artists that do that, right? Go there.
That's true. That's true. I agree there.
Go there. Yeah. So no, I don't expect any artist to bow to pressure from anybody to be what you are not.
Yeah.
What would be worse, that an artist that doesn't really believe in Pan-Africanism or development or the restoration of African dignity start to pretend like they do just because they want to chase clout online? Would that be positive or more detrimental to what we want to achieve as African people? Are these questions too difficult for us to ask ourselves?
No.
So, I mean,
that's true.
Maybe they are. But people are just, as I said, the value system does not encourage them to want to ask that question.
Yeah. I do not think
you for choosing the wrong hero then.
Yeah. I do not think it's a very hard question to ask and everything.
Not the money you give me food now. And baby, my mother needs small. Help me now, babe. Yeah, baby, build up for me. Yeah, I don't talk now. I don't use I tell you. Use I tell you. Use here tell you. All sorts of signal tell you.
If you're going to use sign language, tell them.
I don't use sign language. This girl just form not understand.
They know they hear. But where do you see Afrobeat going right now? Because we are seeing the globalization of Afrobeat.
I don't know. I'm not an Afrobeat artist though. I'm not an Afrobeat artist, so I don't know where they are going, or I tend not to make such predictions.
Yeah.
I really tend not to make such predictions. And also because music is subjective. We might think we are going somewhere. Boom. If they told the disco musicians of the 80s that is one day that everybody just say, fuck disco, nobody will believe.
Yep.
Nobody will believe.
True.
But that's how it happens. And now we're in the hip-hop, pop era and all of that. So life is life, man. I don't see the future. I don't claim. I'm not TB Joshua.
but let's keep it Black Times though. Black Times. I've got to say this is because I was wondering like how did you get a whole Carlos Santana on Black Times?
That's an interesting question, and I'll tell you, it's a very interesting story. How Carlos Santana got to be on the album, because I've never thought in a million years that I could pull that off. But the ancestors have a way of doing things. So a very good friend of mine, his name is Matthew Shapiro. He bought, he told me, do you know Carlos Santana just released his autobiography, and we're going to buy the book. I was like, oh man, when you read it, send it to me. Let me read it too. We had a little banter about buying my own and all that. But then I wake up the next day, he's calling me. He said, check your WhatsApp. I just sent you a picture. I check my WhatsApp, and it's a picture from a page in the book where Carlos Santana is talking about me.
Wow.
I kid you not. He's talking about me, quoting my lyrics, so let me just bask in this for a second again.
Yeah, you need to bask. Please do.
Listen, there are little wins like that I've had in my life. That when I tell people, I'm very happy to tell those stories.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, if this guy knows me, then we have to know him.
There you go. That's a fact.
We started reaching out, and we got a hold of management, and he was so magnanimous. As soon as I get in touch, he invited me out to his house in Las Vegas. Yeah, he lives in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So we hung out, had dinner. I stayed the night. It was the day after the Mandela Bay shooting.
Okay.
Where that guy shot at that girl's concert and killed like how many 100 people.
Yeah.
So presidential suit, everybody ran away from Las Vegas. Me, I was not arriving that day to meet with Carlos. The presidential suit in the Luxor where I stayed was $80.
No way. People were out of the city for real.
There was nobody there. Everywhere was like Las Vegas was like a ghost town.
Yep.
So I went to his house. We played basketball. He whooped my ass. But he used home court advantage. There's a place.
Like I said, he used home court advantage.
There's one 3-point spot in Carlos's house. When he stays there and shoots, even Jesus cannot stop that ball from entering.
Yeah.
He doesn't even touch the backboard. He's always net. You collect the ball, you check him again. You run there.
Wow.
How do you win? You can't even touch the ball.
Home court advantage, isn't it?
It's his home court now. You don't practice tire.
Yeah.
So we chilled, we did the recording, and it's just one of those moments, where you realize that giving up is not really an option. Not because you're not enjoying what you're doing or anything, but that you're thinking, oh man, am I not getting to the right places? And trust me, they know. And since that experience with Carlos, that giving me that they know kind of like, and that's how I've moved since then. And really, all the greats that I looked up to growing up,
they know who you are. They know who you are. Absolutely.
Not about me. I can be who I am, but they know. And what is important is that I know my musicianship. And that's what's most important to me as a musician, is my musicianship.
Absolutely.
What I'm able to, to be able to be at that level in my craft, that those that inspired me also have some respect for me today.
Absolutely.
There was a day I was just as usual on my Instagram, and I was on Raphael Sadiq's page, and he posted a picture of himself. I follow him, he doesn't follow me. But he posted a picture of himself with his dad and his uncle, I think, in his studio. and he had a record rack behind, like a shelf of records. I know when they talk about top shelf, right? Top shelf, top left, facing forward was the Black Times album.
Oh shit!
I've never met him. I didn't send him. Look, like he had I was like, that is my fucking record. It rattles for the top shelf in his fucking studio.
Right there. Right there. That's crazy.
The Black Times was an album and a half. That was a super album.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my favorite albums, though, of yours. That's one of my favorite albums.
For me, I'm happy about COVID. I'm dropping my new album this year.
I was going to ask, when is the new music coming?
It's been 6 years since I dropped Black Times, That's just to show you the power of the album. That in that 6 years, I've not really, apart from COVID, we didn't drop a step in terms of working. The album established me as, this is not just like I think Black Time gave me a real foot in my own field in the industry, where I could really understand that now I'm really employed forever,
Yeah.
With Black Times, I know I will always work.
Yeah, so you have been touring.
That album did that for me, but my new album was like, how are you going to top this? How are you going to top this one now?
How are you going to top it? Go on.
That's the question. That's the question.
I really believe that we have. Our new project is really, even if I have to say so myself, when I finish the project, another discussion I had with my team is, Mr. Man, you've done it again. How are you going to top this one?
Yeah. That's a fact.
And the funny thing is that I'm already topping it. Even though we're not even recording the new album, I'm already writing the songs for the new album.
Yeah.
What doing right now. It's like fine wine, I'm just getting better at this shit.
That's it, bro.
So I'm really happy and that with my career now, also, it's not as if I'm looking back and being nostalgic about my initial successes. What I'm finding most fascinating about my career is that my success now is more than when I started, which is kind of weird because I was really successful when I started as well with my first record, my second record, and many artists never get that back,
True.
But I've realized that mine is more like I grow with every project, and that for me is also awesome,
yeah, bro, it's amazing.
And that helps my own confidence as an artist.
Yeah. Two-part question.
We are worth what our fans say we are.
That's it. That's a fact. Two-part question. Do you have a date yet that the new album is dropping? Do you have a date?
Okay, I can't give you the date, but I can give you like
the period.
Let me give you expo.
Okay, go on.
Lenny Kravitz is the executive producer of this record.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
Listen. Do you want to ask me how I met Lenny?
Okay, go on. How did you meet? How did you meet Lenny Kravitz?
I started moving after that with the spirit of what they know. So because we are alienated from mainstream media, we think that, because these puppets, this mouthpiece of imperialists and oppressors don't play our music, don't talk about us, that
they're not paying attention.
People don't know.
Yeah, they're paying attention.
But they know, fam.
Yeah.
That's why it has strengthened my resolve to stay in my lane and do what I believe I have to do in the way that I have to do it, which is what righteousness is.
That's a fact.
I don't need to be anything other than what I am. This is what the ancestors want me to do. This is where they want me to be and how they want it to be. And I'm humble enough to accept that. Lenny, how did I get him? Okay. All these guys, I've never paid them a dime also,
That's crazy.
Even to think they saw that, everybody, we offer, like, okay, so what is that? And they're like, you know what, we want to do this because we love what you do, we want to support you, we believe you can be a great, huge superstar. They tell you all this because that's what real good artists are. I've never really met a truly talented artist that is not nice, friendly, open, very human, because that is what it means to be an artist.
Yeah.
I feel that artists that are like uptight and, snobbish are people that are not really talented, So they have to hide themselves behind this facade of being a facade and all of that, so that, you don't really see that, man, this guy is nothing. So a friend of mine, Shaka Baz, I don't know if you know him, one of my very good friends.
Yeah, I know
His name is Shaka Baz. He does very good work in the Congo with orphans. Shaka is one of the people that I know in this world that is doing the work. Many of us are just talking this talk.
Yep.
But he's doing the work.
One of us that is doing the work.
Yeah.
In a way that even I am not able to, because of my job. I cannot go and sit in the bush somewhere and be taken care of. So I do my own work the way the ancestors want me to do it. That's what I say. But he does the work also. He's one of those people that also does the work. One of the few people that also not just paying lip service. So I'm always checking on his page. We're talking, communicating, doing things. Then I saw he posted Lenny Kravitz. And I am a huge fan of Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, of course.
His songwriting is unmatched.
Yeah, he's amazing.
There's something about Lenny that the world, maybe, they know because he's so rich and successful. So they technically know. He's an amazing songwriter. So growing up as a child, that was one of my inspirations in terms of songwriting. So I'm like, wow, Lenny Kravitz is on Instagram. Because I personally thought Lenny Kravitz is bigger than Instagram. Like one of those people that will not even be on Instagram. Why does Lenny Kravitz use? So I've never searched for Lenny Kravitz on Instagram to follow him. So I saw he put his out. Wow, Lenny is on Instagram. Let me go and follow Lenny Kravitz.
Let me reach out.
I his page and I start follow back.
Wow, that's crazy.
So he was already following.
Already following me.
That's crazy.
That time I only had like maybe 40,000 followers. I didn't even have like a bunch of followers there.
Yeah. That's crazy. So you reached out to him?
Immediately.
Of course.
Of course.
I slid into that DM
immediately, right?
Rudiger. I didn't see Rudiger sliding before. Without control. All this body flailing like
Scheme, fam.
I slid into that DM like Rudiger on a wet feet.
Immediately, man. As you should.
As you should.
And our friendship has really blossomed. Into
that's
him being
amazing.
But regardless of that, he's invited me to his home. I met Denzel Washington in his house. Chilled with Zoe. I was sending Zoe. So give me some ice. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. So please, just, some ice. Yeah,
help me with
more
science.
whiskey. Put more whiskey. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a dad's friend. What can I say?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I'm saying this to say he has been really good to me. In ways that I didn't expect, And as I said, these are the things that happen in my life that make me understand that whatever I'm doing the right thing.
That's it.
Regardless of what mainstream media is saying, regardless of what this
nobody cares about that.
Saying,
nobody cares
regardless of the negativity people are trying to heap on a nigger, these kind of little things are the things that let me know that the ancestors are okay with what I'm doing.
They are looking over you and that. They're looking over you.
I call them the ASS, that ass, the Ancestral Secret Service.
That's a fact.
You don't see them, but they are everywhere.
They're there.
They are protecting us. You just have to be righteous.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you have what who's gonna be featuring on the album? Like any names?
I don't know. Can I tell you this? Can I say it?
Just give us
I can't say it, but this person's father is also an icon. I can give you that. It's too much. That's too much of a clue. Izzy doesn't want me to give you people anything.
Just give us small expo.
I'm giving you expo. His dad is also an icon. He's a musical icon. And in about a month, we're going to drop my first single, and it's going to be featuring this artist. I don't know if I can't say it yet, but we've not announced officially. So
Of course.
I can't drop his name.
Oh, good.
When he didn't even pay me for the interview, it's free interview. People have said they'll take 2,000 or 3,000 pounds now for this interview. Maybe I'll not be talking anyhow.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, though.
This our interview is man no man.
We appreciate. You know what? For people that are watching everything, bro. Listen, we know how this industry is and everything, and we know everything for the most part. People want money or this or that, but the fact that you said, bro, I'm gonna come on your platform and everything, bro. Baba, we salute you for that.
People
we salute you for that.
Every artist, I believe, as I say, is what I believe. You know, that's another thing. We are so becoming extremists so much in Nigeria today that we're not even allowing ourselves opinions anymore. You know, you air your opinion, somebody will take you to court based on just your opinion. I think they affect their life.
Yeah.
Maybe in a way, your opinion is true about them. I make the thing they bring them like that. You know, I feel we must be in a constant space of cooperation with one another. Constant. Except I feel that this your platform is pushing some negative agenda against African people. You know, will shock their eye. That's a song on my next album that is a single. I told you my next album, I'm writing it already, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm already stopping my new album. So I'm in good hands. I'm happy.
You're on it. Yeah,
I'm inspired right now.
You're on it.
My friends, my wife knows it.
You're on it.
People that are close to me knows I'm at my most inspired state right now. I don't know why, but I'm really inspired at this point in my life.
That's great. Maybe
because I went to jail last year.
Oh shit! Do you know what? That is true. I want to ask you, how was that experience like?
Yeah. And you know, last year I was saying to everybody, like, after this album, so I wrote this album, like, how am I going to top this? Because I had written this album, you know. Even though I never recorded it.
Yeah.
And I was saying to them, how am I going to top this new album that is coming out? So I was saying to Eze, just a bastard. He said, I wanted to tweet. And it's true, you know, I was saying to all my friends, like, after this album drops, like, what do I need again? My house is going to be done. My daughter is 10. You know, she will soon be in high school. Yeah. I'm going to retire. Like, I don't need to make records anymore.
Nah, we need some more records, though.
You see, no, listen, that I'll be playing. That's why I got locked up. That's why the ancestors got me locked up. If you are thinking and running out of inspiration, you need to lock your ass up so you get inspired again.
That's it, bro.
I know, because while I was in jail, everything kind of like went, even though it was just 8 days. 8 days of that solitude, you know, just allowing your mind to reset, to be strong again. Not because you are faking it, not because you know you have backup, but to be strong because you need to be strong. You need not to break.
That's a fact.
You know, that also unlocks. Maybe Fela was such a genius because of the amount of times he was also in that state of being locked up. You know, so.
Do you know what?
And also, you know, it was a new experience. It definitely unlocked something. So, yeah, you're right. It's because I said I was going to quit. The ancestors were like, you motherfucker, go to jail. You top it with prison inspiration, bastard.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know?
Do you know what?
So I've been really inspired since I've been out. I'm working on this project, my next project. Next month, we're going to release the single, and I think, no, but let me put it this way. Regardless of whatever happens, I know we are going to give, this song is an addition to the story of music in this world. It's we are doing something really new together, me and this artist I was talking about. What we're delivering is something really, really, really fascinating. It's not just, you know, it's not just a song that they just did because, you know, like when I see a lot of featurings, and I won't lie, a lot of featurings, I think people just put it out because it's us. They like it by force. Because like, you guys didn't even try. Like, you guys didn't even try. Just enter the studio. The first thing that came to your mind, you just put it down. It's like, after you put it down, you did not even go back to play it again, to scrutinize it, to play it again and say, let me hear it. What did we do? You just did that, set it up to be mastered and set it up to be released. Put it on this platform. This is weak. But these days, also, you're not allowed to school. You say that, you're a hater.
You're a hater now. Everything, you're a hater, unfortunately.
Yes, which is also, I don't mind this title. I was saying to Izzy, my wife, I think my new title would be like the hater of Pan-Africanism. Because at that point, people call me hater for saying to them some shit that they really need to hear. Then I wouldn't mind, because everybody already know I am the hater of Pan-Africanism. My political mentor, he calls himself the Grinch of Pan-Africanism because nothing makes him happy. I'm telling you. His name is Diallo Kenyatta. Can follow him on YouTube or his page on YouTube. He is the one that has given him, that has validated. Let me put it so that validated my father's political education in my life.
Oh, amazing!
Because you have to understand that growing up as Fela's son does not automatically mean I grasp Fela's message.
No, of course not.
Right.
My teacher was not repeating the same thing. Television was not repeating the same thing. When I was speaking to my friends to church, they are not saying the same thing. You understand? Because of influence made me also feel like my father was kind of like off.
Yep.
I had to grow up
to understand,
discover my father's message.
To understand,
the world as an adult.
Yeah.
To now go, oh, this is what this man was fucking talking about. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
This man is he has connected me to that message more than anybody else. And we call him the Grinch, or he calls himself the Grinch. So we all call him, but he gave himself the name.
Yeah.
He's not happy about anything. There's nothing. I can't give this guy good news. I can't.
Yeah.
But when I sent him this my new single and the artwork,
he was happy about it.
He complained because he kind of liked it.
He was happy about it. Yeah.
So anyway, so we call him the Grinch of Pan-Africanism. So maybe I'll just take up from there and just be the hater of Pan-Africanism.
The hater of Pan-Africanism. There you go. Bro,
we should talk to ourselves. Not feel like it's a matter of it's coming from a place of hate or a place of disrespect or anything like that. We should be confident to share with ourselves and be like, yo, this could be better, and we don't have to be friends to do that for one another.
Absolutely not. You go. I mean, I guess it comes from the mentality of understanding that this is our thing, this is what we have. You know what I'm saying? And we have to protect it. We have to make it better. And that is what it is, bro. Listen.
But before we jump off the whole new, see where the new direction sound going, because you've done your album Black Times. I like my favorite track there was the Theory of the Golgotha Yam. First of all,
oh my God, you are in spirit. At my rehearsal on Friday, I made the band rehearse the song because I've not played it in 4 years. I was like, man,
no way.
Yeah, because I've been touring with my new material for my next album. That's what I've been playing on tour.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing, but I just remember this. I'm like, man, I want to play this song at my next show. Motherfuckers, let's rehearse. It's not a dope tune.
No, it's Theory. Very dope. The Theory of Yago.
It's one of those songs I wrote from beginning to end without stopping. He just poured out of my brain.
Because you had a lot to say, though. I'm just gonna say this here. You had a lot to say. It was a mouthful. I was like, oi, choy. Yeah. It was, but my question was, go on.
No, go on. Your question was.
Your question was, just to say what direction, because I've seen the features you done with this Vector feature, the Mami Water one was you were different there. It was
okay. Yeah. Oh no. So on a low key, Big Bird also wants to be an artist.
Okay.
Big Bird is my hip hop side.
Oh, right. Okay.
One story I don't tell you that, I'm kind of a rapper that nobody signs. That's why I now decided to go and do my Afrobeat shit.
Yeah, because the Mami Water, I saw you doing things. I'm like, where is this coming from?
Also, because I know everybody knows Shanks, right? So Shanks and I were kind of in a group. Hip-hop
No
group.
way.
I used to make beats. Yeah. And, you know, we're going to come out together, but I went on tour. If I come back, Shanks went behind my back. Bastard. He knows this story. Went behind my back and signed his deal with, what was that record label called that time? I forgot to say. And released Julie as a solo artist.
Right.
He was supposed to be in a motherfucking group. He went to write a song behind my back and release that bang hit, you know, based on, it's not our song. We didn't write the song together. He wrote the song by himself. Quite all right. But it was based on our camaraderie of making music every day. Right? Listen, bro. Rhymes upon rhymes. I'm making ends meet by making niggas meet the end. You want beat? Hello to my little friend. Oh, God.
The pen is coming out now.
Anyway, Chance and the industry kind of connived to kill
your dream
career.
Yeah.
You know, so well, I did my Seun Kuti thing, or because even though I was doing that hip hop thing on the side, and I already had a deal with Total, which was Warner. I already had my Warner Brothers deal for my Seun Kuti. You know, I already had a deal from Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
For my show. Why are these dogs shouting? Oh, I have crazy dogs. You know. So anyway, I now said, okay, let me just go and fulfill my deal with Warner and do my record. You know, this hip hop thing is dead. But recently, since Big Bird has been coming, like Big Bird is feeling his hip hop. Seun Kuti is saying to him, man, nigga, back off. Back down.
Yeah.
But Big Bird not hearing that, you know, is like last year he did a project with Black Thoughts, you know. But Seun Kuti did not let him put his name on it as Big Bird. Seun Kuti stole the project and
the
put
African
Seun Kuti
dream.
and Black Thoughts.
Yeah.
I did all that. I did some hip hop thing with Vic Mensa. Well, I can tell you that I have a side project. So I'm not going to tell you any detail. But what I'll tell you is that the songs are coming out even before the single of my main project.
That's crazy. So,
because over the last 2-3 years, I've been dropping a lot of pop hints, but nobody has been listening. I did the Janelle Monáe song.
No, the Monáe one.
No. The Monáe one, I heard that. I heard that.
Got the Grammy Album of the Year nomination, Album of the Year on that one last. You know, I've been on Common's big tune, When We Move. You know, the hip hop tune we worked with Common. So I've been in a lot of pop and hip hop projects, fulfilling Big Bird's dream. But I have to say Seun Kuti because I have to still, the guy of the year was this Big Bird guy. So I just have to do this his project so he can leave me alone.
That's it, bro.
Now we need let Big Bird out. Let free Big Bird, please. Free Big Bird.
Yeah, I just want to free the bird for one project because the guy did stop my life.
Yes, bro.
Big Bird, because what I heard on even the Talib Kweli one as well. You know, I think we need to
with Casper Nyonvest and me and Talib and
free that guy, free him.
Abi,
free him.
I think I have already.
There you go.
I have because I've done the project. We shot a video 2 Mondays ago for the single. So my PR and the team are going to start announcing pretty soon, you know. That
nice.
So and I think I might just have saved Afrobeats and hip hop. Because everybody is shouting that hip hop and Afrobeat is dead.
Is there, bro? You are here on time. You are here on time to resurrect
my main job to come back and save this shit.
There you go, to resurrect it, bro. You go, I mean, all these guys are not doing a great job, innit? All these guys are not doing a great job, fam. You know?
Listen, somebody has to do it.
Somebody has to do it. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
No, so listen, I have a side project I'm working on. As I said, I'm really inspired at the moment. So I've been really doing a lot of, I mean, even if you look at my Spotify right now, I'm on neo soul songs with neo soul bands. I did a song with a band in Italy that you can only call experimental at best, you know, but with a soul background, you know. So I'm really saying yes to a lot of projects right now.
Kels, you said that your favorite song is The Theory, right? My favorite song on that album. Yeah. My favorite song on that album is Cuckoo Kill Me.
Yeah. Cuckoo Kill Me was
I wrote that one in the studio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it was I needed a 8 song for the record.
Yeah.
I felt the album, the story wasn't really complete. Anyway, so that's why we did
Cuckoo Kill Me, bro. I love that tune, man.
Yeah.
Tune.
But we didn't record it that day.
Don't we say that
I worked on it in the studio. We didn't record it that day. We recorded like 2 months later after the band had played it for a minute. You know? Then we recorded it.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Listen.
Thank you.
We know that you're a busy man and everything. We appreciate you giving us your time and everything, bro. We appreciate you.
Bro,
anytime you're in London, I beg, let us know. We will host you. You go what I'm saying?
Okay.
We don't care. It's solely up to you if you want to come on the platform, but I'm talking about we'll meet you, we'll take you out. You go what I mean? We'll take you out, we'll take you out, drinks, food, everything, bro. And anything where you want.
You've already said it, so you can't take it back.
There you go.
Don't talk again, because now you'll not be saying, maybe not this trip. Stop talking. We have agreed.
Anytime after this,
we have agreed.
Anytime you hold us on that and everything. Do you know around what time that you might be in London? Do you know?
I'm trying to come at the end of June, just after my first leg of my American tour.
Right.
Because Vector is there. He's doing some things, and I want to come and check his
do some stuff and everything. Bro, anytime you come around and everything, just let us know, man. We will definitely host
you. Before you go, the tour, when are you kicking up your tour for this?
I start on the 6th of June in Bridge. Yeah. What's this place called in close to New York? Bridge something. Well, me, I don't know. Well, I start on. It's on my Instagram.
All right.
It's pinned on my Instagram. All my data pinned on my Instagram. It's the first post you will see on my Instagram page.
All right.
Yeah, but I started in the States in June and July. Then we are in Europe for the fall.
All right.
You know, yeah.
All right. All right.
But this time, are you going to come London this time? Because you always go Liverpool. You never come to, close where we did. There was Liverpool, because your last one was in Liverpool, wasn't it?
I went to school in Liverpool as well. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, right. So I get kind of like little affiliation to the town.
Right.
But maybe with this my new project, I'll do like a more full European UK tour.
Yeah, bro. Like you need to come to London, right? Even if it's an intimate type of let's say performance or something, right? Like your real fans or whatever. Or even if not like an intimate one, whichever one it is, you definitely need to come to London.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of shows in London, but I want to make sure we do London when the album is out. So
there you go.
Yeah, for sure.
You go.
I'll let you guys a heads up for the show. If I'm coming in June now, so I'll give you a heads up.
All right, then cool. Listen.
One last question.
Okay, go on, Kels.
One in there, this is just your ink. Like I see, is it, when you get your tattoos, is there, because I see, is that kind of like symbolism for you? Is it really, do you think that deep before you get something on your body, or it's just something?
Yes, so all my tattoos have to mean something. All of them mean something. All of them. I don't just draw things because they are fine, and I hate flowers.
That's a fact.
So,
listen,
this is anti, which is me, anti-establishment. The dragon burning everything down. This is my rank. I have my rank,
Yeah.
I have my. This one is African art. I have the shield and the spear.
That's it.
I have my big bird behind my back. I have my dad's. I have my mom here. I have my office.
Right there.
Office here. An African mask.
Right there.
I have my. This is the scale of my art. Inverted as a pyramid.
Oh, for real?
I have African here. But my little twist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think most of my tattoos are like.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
Afrobeat, like
I was right there. I hear that still.
Yeah.
I hear that still. Yeah, that's proper, man.
So, yeah.
That's proper. That's proper.
Yeah, all my tattoos mean something. I don't just want to do a tattoo because it's fine.
Yeah.
I always want to have some, like, symbolic
meaning behind it. Yeah. Okay, so the thing that we're gonna do is we are gonna put the link to your Instagram, the link to your YouTube and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna put that on the description box on YouTube, and everyone that's watching, just click on the link and everything and go on this page, support him, right? See his store data and everything, and if he's coming to your city, make sure you're there. You know what I mean? And once you drop your single,
show up, man.
Yeah, of course. And once you drop your single and everything, we will definitely play on the platform and all that for people to hear it, and obviously enjoy and everything, and we will definitely keep in touch. Most definitely. Once you come into town, please, we want to host you and all that. And anytime you want to come on the platform as well, bro, you also have an open invite as well. You go. I mean, we will always love to help you.
When it's time to push the project, I'll reach out.
Please.
Yeah, we did for you because you're there for us, man. You might not know, but through your big.
This is big for us. This is big for us.
You are there for me.
We do not take this for granted at all. We don't take this for granted at all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, guys.
We salute
I also appreciate you guys bringing me on your platform.
Thank you very much, man. And everyone that's watching, listen, remember to subscribe to the channel, watch the videos on YouTube, Fresh Off the Boat podcast, right? Subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, leave a like, leave a comment, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Or like the big bear just said, tell your enemy to tell your enemy.
That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, listen, life is not that hard. It's just a podcast. Tell the enemies to tell the enemies.
That's a whole fact. You get me? All right, guys, listen. Until next time, salute.
Peace and love.
Cheers,
salute.
bro.